Hey guys, welcome. So today I thought I'd get back into manga and what I've been reading. And guys, we have got to talk about GANTZ. Holy shit, this was an epic read. I have 12 of these beautiful omnibuses. It took me about a month and a half to read them all. Just a few chapters a night. I'm a late night reader. I usually don't crack open a manga until about like 11 o'clock at night when I'm in bed, and I'll read for about 30 minutes before I can't keep my eyes open and I'm falling asleep. But yeah, for me, it's been a journey. I've got a lot of manga. If you've seen my previous manga hauls, you know I went through a bit of a binge when I was buying everything I could get my hand on. But now it's all about reading and catching up. So it took me a while to get around to GANTZ. It's been on the shelf for a little while. And at the beginning of this year, I decided, you know what, it's time. I've heard so many good things about this series. It's beloved, it's iconic, it's famous. And now I know why, because I've read the bloody things and my life is forever changed. It was insane. Where this series goes is phenomenal. I mean, it swings for the rafters and hits them more often than not. I mean, goddamn, I was constantly in a state of surprise and shock and wondering what the hell I was reading. The visuals alone, I could barely let my wife see what I was reading because for fear that she was thinking I'm reading some deviant shit, and for the most part, for a lot of the times it is. I was astounded from what we got in this story created by the visionary, and I don't want to butcher his name, Hiroya Oku. Insane. This is phenomenal stuff. I also read his other work, Inuyashiki. Hoping I said that right as well. Kind of similar in vein with GANTZ, with the themes and what the story's about. But yeah, that was also an amazing read. I read those in December last year. I read these first before GANTZ. So there's that. But man, also really phenomenal. If you haven't checked out these as well, there's 10 in those. Not as thick, but a really enjoyable read as well. So when it comes to GANTZ, I don't know how many of you have read it. If you're just here for like a quick review, deciding if you should watch it, or if you're lifelong fans who've read it many times, I don't really want to spoil it too much, but there might be some allusions to the story in some way, because like I said, it's insane and you just kind of want to talk about it because it's incredible. So the basic plot of the story is, and once again, please avoid spoilers. Stop now if you want to. If you're here for me to tell you to read it, read it. It's amazing. You will not regret reading this books. It's incredible. So yes, I recommend. But now I'm going to talk a little bit about the plot and what to expect going into this. It's hard R, right? This is graphic in nudity and violence, and it's over the top, and it's beautiful and glorious. So the basic plot of the story is people die. These random people die, and then suddenly upon the point of death, they wake up in this strange room with other random people and a big black ball, a sphere, in the center of it, which ends up giving them instructions and a picture of an alien or something to kill. The thing opens up and there's weapons inside, and then they're transported to a location to fight to the death with these monsters. And the way they're transported is like there's like laser beam just dissects them, cuts down through the bodies and sends them away to another place. And it's like literally like an X-ray dissection. You see skulls and eyeballs and guts and lungs and hearts as the body is transported away, and then in the location it does the reverse and they come back like a little laser beam thing. It's very cool. Well, I didn't know what to expect when I dived into this series. I didn't know what it was about, but people die and they be basically working for GANTZ. I think GANTZ is that sphere, right? There's a person inside of it. Once again, I don't want to go too spoiler heavy, but GANTZ is the sphere, and then they get given these suits, these really awesome black suits. I've got to be careful showing you stuff in this book, man, because it will demonetize me in a heartbeat. But let me just see if I can get an image of this one. Is that safe? Wait, that's the wrong page. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Yeah, like the suits. Can you see? Yeah, they're like in black suits. They're kind of like super suits. It gives them augmented powers, invulnerable, is really cool. They're basically like superheroes in Matrix leather, which is really, really awesome. But the suits can get damaged if they take enough of a hard hit, or they're mucked about too much. The suit will start dribbling and no longer work and will no longer protect them, and they can die. So people can die in this, and boy oh boy do people die in this. There's a lot of death. Just don't get attached to too many people. Like me reading the first book with the first core group of GANTZ warriors, and that's a great term, I'm going to use it, the GANTZ warriors. Yeah, I thought this is our group of people. This is going to be awesome. Not knowing, God, I was so naive, not knowing what was to come. I started liking these characters, thinking who's going to hook up with who, going to have some great relationship moments. My God, don't get attached, because you're going to be heartbroken like I was on multiple occasions in this book, and people die graphically. Not just like, oh, they're gone, that's really sad, but you will see guts hanging out of people, their heads will be gone, they're melting, they're being dissected, burned alive, blown up. It goes to town. What this guy does with his art in this book is exceptional. It is so gorgeous. It's hard to look at. I mean, there's one scene in one of these books towards the end that has stuck with me forever. Well, it will stick with me forever. It's only been a week or two since I finished reading it, but it's going to stick with me forever because it was one of the most brutal murders I've ever seen. There's giant alien things, and I don't want to say, but all I'm going to do is this. Pretend there's a person here. That's me not giving you spoilers, but that's that image. You know what I'm talking about, right? Oh my God. Son of a bitch. It was brutal. I'm very sad that I finished reading it. Now, there is another series called GANTZ G, I think it's GANTZ G. Is that like, I've not investigated it yet, but it looks like it's a continuation of the story. I did look on Amazon, and I think there are books, but they're like $400 or $500 or something. So I'm not spending that amount of money on one book. So I'm going to look and see if it's available digitally, because I want to get back into this world. It had such an impact on me as my favorite manga. I can see why people love this story and these books. The omnibuses, they're insane. They're thick, kind of heavy. There were some scenes in the later books which were kind of hard to decipher what was going on, because the inking, the whole page was basically black with ink, and there was action going on, and there was a lot of text overlays. So for a few chapters in the later books, I did kind of find it hard to kind of figure out what was happening on the page. And they're not massive, so everything's kind of condensed, but some of those, and this is just a small nitpick, some of those were kind of hard to see, but for the most part the action scenes in these stories are very concise and easy to follow and beautifully animated. But man, I'm just got to say kudos. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher the name again. Hiroya Oku is a tremendous artist, and his work and his works are insane. I highly recommend, if you've not read GANTZ, get on the hype train and check out these damn books, because you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. It's a hell of a read. I'm forever changed. Like I said, I miss it. I'm definitely going to reread these. I took about 2 months to read them, I think. I started early January. What is it? Not even a month. I don't read fast, and I blew through these things. It's now February 15. I finished it on the 12th. Started about the first week of January. So 3 or 4 weeks worth of reading these for half an hour a night, and yeah, I got through it. This guy here in the back, and I don't, again, spoilers, but now can you see him? Yeah, he is formidable. I mean, spoilers, but my God, where the story goes, like every situation, every battle the guys get into escalates on the one before. I mean, it's just dire. The whole theme of this series is just one of hopelessness, of being outnumbered, outgunned. Everything you're fighting is unstoppable, and you are losing friends left and right, it's insurmountable odds, and yet you push through, you persevere, you keep fighting until you win, and then do it all over again, but at a higher level. And it's just about character growth, the relationships, man, everything in this story. And this is, like I said, with amazing visuals, but like I said, it just goes places I was not expecting with the horror of it, the violence, the unnecessary nudity. He has confessed that he does, the artist, he loves boobs. So there are boobs aplenty in GANTZ as well. So just be aware, not for kids. Every one of these books was wrapped in plastic. So that says something. They're not just for mindless flicking through if you got like a 4-year-old niece coming over your place and just hanging out and going through your collection of books, because they're not comics. Well, they're comics, but they're comics for adults. So take them away from her very quickly before she gets you in trouble with her parents. GANTZ, it is sick. I loved it. High recommend. There's an anime. I am considering checking out the anime. I have not heard great things about it, so please let me know down below if it's worth checking out. And there's GANTZ Zero, the CGI animated movie on Netflix, which I'm also happy to check out too. But man, what an amazing story. I just had to get on here and share my love for this because, one, it's been a while, and I'm gonna try and do more of these. I'm gonna catch you up with what I'm reading and share my thoughts and opinions. But yeah, GANTZ, that's incredible. Anyway, guys, tell me, what is your experience with the books? You read them all? How many times are you going to now? Because I've said you should. Let me know in the comments down below. I've just reached 100,000 subscribers thanks to you. So let's keep that momentum going. I've got a plaque over there. Very, very nice. I want more now. I'm kind of greedy. But anyway, like I said, comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Coming soon, I promise, I hope. All right. See you then.